These are some common recruiting myths. If I'm good enough, they'll find me. I hate that one, probably the worst one ever. I'm a really good player. I have some amazing athletes that I've had really difficult times with because usually their grades are terrible because they think that they're so good they don't have to get good grades. And then they find out reality hits them like a ton of bricks and they're like, wow, 2.5 isn't good enough to get me in college? No, it's not. It's not good enough to get you into the school even, so you can't play if you can't get in. Shouldn't worry about recruiting until my junior season. Recruiting starts for a high school athlete the first day you step in high school. The very first day you step in. It starts with getting good grades. It starts with doing some research on schools. It starts with getting your resume background set up so that when you do talk to coaches, you know what you're doing. They know what you're doing. You have to be the best player on the team. It goes back to that again. If you have an all-conference team, you have an all-caliber, an all-state, a Final Four team, you could have 3/4 of that team could play at a college level. Probably not D1 level, but you could play at a college level. And that's important is to get there. Doesn't matter what school it is, it matters that you get there. It's a school that you can get your degree from and you can play. Grades aren't as important, I already touched on that. It's huge. I would much rather have a good athlete with great grades than a great athlete with good grades. Or even worse, a great athlete with crappy grades. That's hard. That's really hard. Unless you're a football or a basketball player, and I only say that because they're huge revenue sports. They make money for the university. If you're a volleyball player and you're 6'2" and you're a great player, but you have a 2.5, it's tough. But if you're just a good, good solid, better than average, but a solid player with a 4.0, tons of options, tons. It's my high school club coach's job to get me recruited. I hear that a lot. I hear, the AD here and the coach here. And most of these coaches, Sarah's, a great example. They will try to help you. They'll go out of their way to help you. That's why you're here tonight. But at the same time, they can only help so many. She might know usually a handful, usually 5 or 6 college coaches. And then if she's in it for longer, she'll know a few more because of the relationships that she's built. But when you're looking at getting the most options, again, take whatever help they give you, but don't rely on them. If you're a future, you know when it needs to work on it. Full ride scholarships. Can't tell you, that's another issue that we talk about all the time. I only go if I got a full ride. Just throw that idea out because it doesn't happen very often, okay? What you want to do is make it affordable. If you can get an 80% or a 90% scholarship, that's really good. Just look at the options and look at what they're providing in terms of financial aid. Don't have to be a full ride. It's a lot of press, ESPN, you talk about these great 5-star basketball recruits and all that. But the reality of it, those are, again, super elite, the 1%ers or half of 1%ers. So for mere mortals that are good athletes that want to go, just don't even think about those kids because that's not normal. It's not realistic. Most kids don't have that level of athleticism. Don't bother with D3s is another one that we've put my daughter's at a D3 now. She was at a D2. She got recruited from D1s and D2s. She's at a D3 now. The reason being is because the particular D2 now, again, school-wise, and I fault myself for that in her, school-wise it wasn't a good fit. Education-wise it wasn't a good fit. She wants to pursue a master's. She wants to coach at a college level. She'll need a master's. It's almost impossible otherwise. So this didn't fit for her, the D2. The D3, technically a lower level NCAA, but athletically it's good fit. She loves the school. It's working out great. She gets a very good academic package.